Today, we're going to be talking about how to profit using AI image generation tools. And we're going to focus in on one called MidJourney today. And I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can make money with MidJourney and with the image generation AI tool that is called MidJourney. If you're not familiar with it, don't worry. I'm going to not only show you the magic 3 methods for money making, I'll show you step by step how to use it. And I'm going to show you how to create a MidJourney prompt. Now, if you're not familiar with AI is largely powered by what are called prompts. And we're going to go over how to assemble the perfect MidJourney prompt. And if you've ever seen one of them, they can look confusing. They got all kinds of stuff in them. And a lot of times I don't think it's explained very well. So I'm going to show you exactly what a MidJourney prompt is composed of and how to then profit from doing that. So if you don't know, AI text to image is revolutionizing the way people are doing business. What people are doing is they're using AI to generate all of their images. And with tools like MidJourney, they've been able to make content faster than ever before. And I can tell you that tools like this have not only helped me and my team make our content faster, but it's helped us make better content by leveraging these AI tools. And I'm going to show you several examples during this segment, including some ads that we're currently running right now, created by MidJourney, that are making me a heck of a lot of money. So here's a couple examples. I mean, this image, if I didn't tell you, you might not know that this is 100% generated by AI. There is no source image. There's no nothing. It's just created purely out of the imagination of an AI. Here's another one. That was 100% created by AI. And you can see over here on midjourney.com, they have a showcase and you can look at all these examples. Look at this cat. That's AI. Every image you see on this screen, every single one is 100% generated by AI. And before the AI revolution, if you wanted to get a picture or design done of this quality, it would be incredibly expensive and it would take a lot of time. You would need like a graphic designer, you might need a photographer, you'd have to negotiate the pricing, work with them to create it, give some feedback, maybe have some edits back and forth. And now you can work with tools like MidJourney, and MidJourney is just scratching the surface. There are many other image creation tools out there, and I'm going to showcase them in a future segment. You can get some examples of even more powerful tools. But we're going to start with the basic tool called MidJourney because I think it's easy for anyone to use. You can create designs like this. This is not just for novelty here. There are a lot of ways to make money with AI. And here are 3 ways people are making money with AI today. First off, it is using stock image libraries. So if you're familiar with that, things like iStock and all the different places that you can go to for getting images. And up until now, it has all been real images that a photographer would take using a professional camera, setting up a photo session, setting up a photo shoot. And now, instead of using that, you can use AI to literally upload good quality AI images into these stock photography sites, and you can actually get paid royalties for the images that you're creating. So these are libraries like Adobe Stock, and they'll pay you when people actually use your picture. So you create a really cool looking AI picture. Like let's say, for example, you come over here and you create a picture of this woman and they use that picture in one of their ads. Well, then you get a royalty and you get paid for it. Maybe this translucent apple, right? But many of the major ones will take AI. Not everyone. Some of them actually don't allow AI, but many of them do. And now you have big platforms like Adobe Stock that is accepting AI submissions. But the best way to make money with this is a site called Wirestock. So here's Adobe Stock, and you can see here, you can either download and pay for images if you're looking for images that you want to use, or here's Wirestock. And Wirestock is a platform that allows creators to submit their artwork, and this includes AI artwork, and it will automatically publish your stock artwork across multiple platforms. You go to one place, you upload your stuff, and then it takes care of distributing it. It'll put them out on a bunch of different stock image sites. So you can see here this example, right? You upload your AI image, and then it spreads it all over on a bunch of stock image sites. And anytime somebody pays to use one of your images you generated with AI, you make profit. The only caveat with this is that you have to be sure you're not submitting stuff that is copywritten, okay? So don't do things like don't generate pictures of Disney characters or Marvel characters or Star Wars characters and stuff like that. Method number 2 is if you have an existing business and you need to run ads, and I am crushing it with this right now. So we are actually running ads created 100% with AI, and they're beating, I'm doing not only images, but I'm doing videos as well, and they're completely beating all the old traditional types of images and photos that we used to use. And you can really boost your marketing performance and drive more traffic, more profit. You can drive your cost per click down. We're finding a lot of success using AI images in our advertising. I'll show you a couple examples of ads I'm running right now, and I'll show you how to make these ads in just a moment. So let's take a peek. So there's an ad right there. This was generated in MidJourney, and it is doing really, really well for us. Here's another one. Again, this image was 100% generated in MidJourney, and it's doing really well for us. And this is a more advanced thing that we'll be talking about. I did an entire training session last week on how to make these talking images, but the image was made with MidJourney. And you can see, like, you know, it's doing well. It's getting engagement, we're getting likes, we're getting shares, and this is a profitable ad. In fact, right now, this ad is my most profitable ad that we are running with our social media advertising. So these AI images are better than anything I could use in the past. They're getting me higher click-through rates. Okay? That brings us to profit method number 3, print on demand. Now, you might be familiar with print on demand, but essentially, this is a business model where you upload your designs, like for a mug, t-shirt, a hat, keychains, things like that, and then you upload them on one of these sites, and then when people buy the merchandise with your image on it, you make profit. Could be a t-shirt. Let's say you design a funny t-shirt that you have created with AI, in this case. They're buying it and getting the actual physical shirt with your AI image on it, you get paid. There's a bunch of third-party companies that print t-shirts and ship it out to the customers for you. They take care of all that fulfillment. All you have to do is use the AI image generation technique I'm about to show you, upload those following our instructions, and you can make profit. And let's take a look at Printify. So Printify helps you sell and create custom products of all kinds. And this was already a good business model all on its own. But now, because of AI, it's a huge opportunity to make more money. People are using AI image tools like MidJourney to upload art. And then when they're used in their print-on-demand store, and when they buy, they're putting out, they can pump out a ton of products, for example, right? So in the past, maybe you could do one shirt every, couple of weeks or one shirt a week. Well, now because of AI, you can create them lightning fast. And here's an example that I want to go over. This is a kid. He's a 19-year-old kid, and he has a print-on-demand shop. He's running this now across multiple channels, and he's getting over $100,000 a month in sales. And I'll show you a site in a moment, but let's hear it from him.
The month, December, quite a lot more than that. And I think this December, it's going to be maybe 200, 300,000. So looking forward to see where that goes.
So that's right out of an interview from the guy I'm talking about. I'll show you a site in a moment, and then we'll reference in the description below if you want to watch the original video. But he is targeting for this coming shopping season to do just over $300,000 in December alone, just using this simple technique. Take a look at his site. He's really clear. He's not pretending it's not generated by AI. He's like right up front about it. Hey, this is AI generated apparel. So everything you see in his shop is created with AI. So let's take a look at some examples, okay? So you can see like little posters and art, sweatshirts, stickers, t-shirts. I like the pug with the top hat. That's pretty funny. So you can do all of that here, and he's making a hefty profit doing this. So you might be thinking now, how do I do this? Okay, here's some 3 exciting ways on how to use AI image generation, but let's actually get down to the details of how do you use these tools. There's a number of tools that you can use to make AI images, but I like to use MidJourney. And I think that's one I want to show you because it's a simple tool that is very easy to use, especially for someone if you're newer to using AI tools, or if you've not used an AI image generation tool before. MidJourney is perfect to get started. Just like ChatGPT, there are some really simple things that you do and best practices. If you follow these simple instructions and follow these simple best practices, you follow our basic advice that I'm about to give you, and you'll generate some really cool looking designs. The general rule of thumb here is that you want to be very specific. it will do exactly what you tell it to if you do it right. And so you want to be more precise. Let me show you here. I'm going to pull up MidJourney. And to get started, once you've got MidJourney set up, it's really cheap, by the way. You can get a free demo as well if you want to sign up and play around with it. But it's very simple to get started. We're just going to go /imagine. And watch, we can click that. And now we're told to give it a prompt. See there? So what we want to do now is give it a prompt and tell it what we want to create. A sci-fi golfer on the moon hitting a golf ball to Earth. Pretty creative, right? Let's submit that and let's see what happens. It's waiting to start. If we like one of the examples, we can take it and run with it. And we can ask it to regenerate it. We can also ask it to create variations of the tool of the ones we have generated. So look at that. That's pretty cool. So I like this one. When they give you these 4 previews, you have preview 1 in the top left corner, preview 2 in the top right. Down here is 3, and then of course 4. And so you have some choices, okay? The U1, U2, U3, U4, it stands for upscale. And that means take this little example and blow it up into a big high definition, good image, okay? And then you have these Vs, V1, V2, V3, V4. Take this as a starting image and give me variations similar to it. So I really like the bottom one. So I'm going to say, give me variations on image 4. And so it'll do its thing and it's going to generate some more images here. But what I want to dive into next is I'll walk through the 6 components of the perfect MidJourney prompt. And I'll show you how we can take an image and make it better and better and better and perfect by following it's 6 components to the perfect prompt. And I'll walk through all 6, show you how to use them and how to get even better results. But this is the simple 20-second way when you first sign up to MidJourney, what most people do. I'll show you how to do it the right way. So here are some examples that it gave me. I think I still like the original one best. So now I got 3 other examples, and I could click the the upscale on any of these 4, but let's say I like this one, I like this one I think better than the other. So I'm just going to hit upscale 4 here, and it's going to then submit the job. There we go. It submitted the job down here, and look at that. And now we have even more features. We can zoom out, we can zoom in, we can make the thing expand it in different ways. We can also try to do more variations as an example. But let's take a look at that. That's pretty cool. And it didn't follow my instructions exactly, as you can see. It actually, the astronaut is hitting the golf ball, it looks like, to the moon instead of to Earth. So that's one thing it seemed to get wrong. But as an example, we could zoom out and then it's going to generate it again. We'll give it a minute to generate that. We could make a custom zoom. But those are the basic features of how MidJourney works. And again, we have 4 variations that we can pick which ones we like. I'm going to go with version 2 and we'll let that run. Okay, so now let's talk about what makes the perfect MidJourney prompt. Okay, we're going to break it down into 6. First, we start with your subject. This is the main object, the main thing in the picture. So that's your subject. And there can be multiple subjects in pictures. You can have multiple people, objects, buildings, animals, whatever you can imagine, you can put them into the images. And you have to specify that in your prompt. Examples of a subject could include a golden retriever, a yellow submarine, a New York City skyline. And so you decide what your subject is going to be. That is step 1. Part 2 of your prompt are the adjectives, right? Or the things that describe it, the properties of your subject. It describes the details of the subject in the image. If it's a person, what are they wearing? What colors are in the image? What kind of a cat? What kind of a golden retriever, right? You could make a giant golden retriever, for example. You could make a small golden retriever. You could make a happy, a sad, an angry, right? These are all of the descriptions of the emotions you want to convey, of the details that are in the picture. And actually, this might be the most important component of a good prompt, because the more precise you are with the adjectives describing your subject, the better your image is going to come out. Now, you saw in my demo example there, I didn't really describe much. I just basically gave a basic description and it did a great job. But I could spend some time in getting very precise. I I could say what kind of a helmet I want the astronaut to have. I could talk about what colors I want the Earth to look like. So I want to show you the website again. So let's take a look real quick. But if we go back all the way over here, you can see examples of prompts. So this image that is generated over here on the left, this is the prompt that they used. And it contains all the elements of the perfect prompt, which I'm going to continue describing all 6 parts of it. You can see here they're describing an African old warrior chief in tribal panther makeup, gold on white, side profile looking away. So here's another one. Raw photo, an astronaut stands on the shore of a lake. An astronaut geometric figure against a glowing, large neon rectangle. And this library here on Prompt Hero, you can look at a lot of them. Let's say we like this warrior here. And there you go. This is the prompt used to create that warrior. Take what we've taught you and take a look at the prompts, and you'll start to see and understand how these 6 components of a perfect prompt. So if you want something that looks like real life, you can say hyper realistic. And so that's the second part of the perfect prompt. The third part is the action. What activity do you want depicted in that image? Now, this is what the subject is doing, or this is what is happening in the photo. An example might be a golden retriever sitting on a chair or a car driving down the street. The fourth part of your prompt is your background, because these image tools will just make up backgrounds, and they can usually are really cool looking, but it will just make them up and they'll be somewhat random. But if you specify it, you can describe the setting. If you don't specify this, sometimes MidJourney will put them in all kinds of weird places. That brings us to the 5th part of the prompt, and this is the style, okay? And here's where you lay out the color schemes, the artistic school of thought, the medium of the image. You can have it create oil paintings. The point is, you can describe the artistic style, you can describe an artist, you can describe a genre, and it will do the image in that style. And that brings us to the 6th and final part of the perfect prompt, and that's the composition. And here is where you give any technical details about the layout, the arrangement, or for the overall image quality. Now, examples here, you might say things like 4K resolution, wide angle shot, face only portrait, warm lighting, a lot of different varieties here. And there are some very specific technical things you can describe. You can go down to describing the kind of camera. So think of composition kind of like you're managing a photo shoot and you're picking the camera and its setting and the lighting and the overall technical arrangement of that picture that's being made. So what we're going to do, let's go through all 6 of the different elements of the prompts, and we'll make a perfect prompt. Let's first talk about our subject. We go /imagine a guy with a rocket pack taking off on a bicycle. So that's our subject. We have adjectives. What kind of a guy? Let's say an old guy with a gray beard using a rocket pack taking off on a bicycle. Let's make the bicycle red. So there's another adjective. We could say a rocket pack with bright red and orange flames. The background could be plainly colored cars on a red bicycle, okay? So we've got our background, we've got our action, we've got our adjectives, we've got our subject, and then finally we got our composition. And that's actually where we get into the technical details, what we might want the image to look like. Okay, photorealistic. We'll say here is Los Angeles. So it is submitted and it will start in just a moment. And the beautiful thing about MidJourney, the process is kind of fun because we don't know what we're going to get. We could get something that is really stupid, and then we guide it from here. And that's what the next part of this goes. And so I see it generating now. Let's see what it comes up with. And so once it does this, we can either resubmit the prompt and adjust it, or we can pick one of these and ask it to make variations. So let's do variations of 4. If you resubmit the exact same prompt, you'll get different results. It isn't exactly the same each time. So let's take a look. I'd play with this some more. We're getting close, but we don't have exactly what I'm looking for. Like image 3 on the bottom is close. We've got a car, we've got some background buildings, and you can tell it's a road, but it's not super clear. He's got a rocket pack. So I'd tweak and play around with this and generate it. Let's just, for the moment, I'm going to upscale number 3 and we'll take a look at this. There we go. That's amazing to me that this could be generated, like from literally an idea in someone's head into a finished image of this quality in a matter of minutes. Amazing times we live in, right? In fact, something that might be interesting is let's zoom out real quick and see what happens if we do that. So let's take this one and zoom out 2 times. We might get more cars and more background freeway if we do that. And voila, as they say, right? Then you're done. Now you can accelerate your MidJourney progress and get better at this when you get inspiration. And there are a bunch of places, there are websites like I showed you, Prompt Hero, and other communities online where people share their MidJourney pictures and the prompts they use to create them. And that's my final tip, is to use those libraries for inspiration. Here we go. So now it zoomed out in 4 examples. Well, that's funny. You see that? That's crazy. So let's say we upscale version 3. And while we do that, we'll pull that off to the side and I'll show you here. Again, we have Prompt Hero is a good place to go for this stuff. And then we have MidJourney prompt examples. And of course, here we've got the community showcase. And with that, you have everything you need to use MidJourney to generate profit. If you're not yet a member of Push Button AI, then what are you doing? So I would like to invite you to a free masterclass. We're going to be covering in detail how to create an entire digital online course, an entire business, in fact, that can be set up 100% using AI. And if you'd like to attend that free masterclass, what you're going to want to do is head over right now to pushbutton.ai/free class. In that class, I'm going to show you how we can help 2 different kinds of people. Number 1, if you've got a business and you want to add training, courses, or information to your existing business as a new profit center, or maybe a way to add value to your customers, then I'm going to show you how to do a detailed 10 module training course, including 50 to 60,000 words of content, have it set up and built for you by AI. Also, if you're trying to start your first business online and you're looking for a great business model to make some money online, then Push Button AI is the right solution. And I'll show you how you can use this amazing tool to build an entire business like that. In a snap, Push Button AI will build an entire course for you, create video training, audio training, write your sales page for you, write 30 days of emails for you, create your logo, build your website, set up your shopping cart, set the entire thing up, create a members area so that people can pay you to get access to the course, and you get to charge money and keep all the profits. It's quite easy. You answer 2 questions and you hit a button and it literally does everything for you. A logo, a 30-day email sequence, your sales pages for selling your product. It creates the entire training course that you can charge money for. It installs your website, sets up your hosting, launches your site. It even helps you pick the perfect domain name, all powered by AI. You just literally log in and start up your brand new business. So attend the free masterclass. I'll show you a live demo of how it works. I'll explain the entire business model so you can see exactly how does it work and how do you profit. That's pushbutton.ai/free class. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You'll see it down below the video down there somewhere. Hit subscribe. Hit the like button. It actually will make sure that you're notified next time that we go live. We release content all throughout the week, by the way, so we have videos on additional strategies and tactics we'll be dropping to you all week long. Check out all of our useful content. Head over to pushbutton.ai/free class if you're not yet a customer. Every paying customer, we're going to be taking today's training. We'll take all the prompts, all the resources, everything that you need to use it, and we're going to put it in your paid members area. So you'll see it in your AI profits course inside your members area. On that note, I'll see you there. Bye for now.